Wait. Okay, 1 second. Wait. What is this pure fuckery that I'm hearing? I agree with Ven. Put that laptop down. That is not what we're needing today. No, today is a day of chill. Just search free horror books and got loads on Amazon. How dare. I would also like some. Please and thank you. So I've actually mostly written everything down. We're good to start this. You forgot it was today. Yeah. Milo's good. Hey. I'm an adult. Milo's in the front room with his cone on. So he is sulking. I take off the cone when I let him out for a wee wee. He's 8, but he's not really drank water, so there's that. Me want too. Okay, I'll get you one. So apart from all that, how is everyone? We're all good? Are we ready for this? This is different to the other game books that we've done before. Because we have willpower, intellect, we've got combat, we've got health, sanity, we get resources, clues, and doom. Doom is kind of like the resources that the bad people get in this, and well, I say the bad people, it's the elder ones, the bad things that Lovecraft has written throughout all his stories. I mean, that is pretty good. Have you heard anything back at all then? And love you too, Jenny. Bless you. Are we ready for this pure mess of a game that we're going to be doing? That's a question for you all. I love that everyone's getting like free horror books. I'm just here like, me. What did you get for food then? Because normally we go to KFC. I'm just going to read the back of the book so we all have like a little understanding of the book. Oh. Also, we got to pick from. You can go onto the website and pick different investigators, but it has 3 beginner ones. I'll show you this in a second. Ah, bless him. Okay then. Burger King's not great. It's not great, but the back of the book says, I'm probably gonna burp because that's 0 sugar drink. I mean, fair then, fair. So the back of the book says, wow, this is gonna go so well. When a renowned professor is found dead, his body melted, it's up to the investigators of Arkham to discover what occult horrors were behind his fate. Pick your path, investigator, and collect allies along the way to hunt down his killer before they strike again. However, Arkham is full of mysteries, with many wishing to keep the truth buried, and who are hungry to usher in a new era full of death and darkness to devour the world you know it. Can you stop it before it's too late? Dun dun dun. I will have a look very quickly. Oh yeah, I've got that one. Awesome. I'm glad we've got the same book. So, before I put the music on for this, I'm just going to put this here so we can actually, this is why I got this other camera and this bigger desk. So it tells us how to like do things. We'll be using a D6, a 6-sided dice and a pencil. We've got an erasable pen, so we're good with that. So our 3 main ones that we got to choose from is Agnes Baker, the waitress. They all have their own like little abilities because she's like a sorcerer. These people are from the actual Arkham card game that I have, which I absolutely love and adore, and I need to get some of the expansion packs. But so we have Agnes Baker, we have Nathaniel Cho, the boxer. That's who I've picked, just because he has that combat and he's got more health, and so if I need to muscle my way out, I can do, because that's normally my go-to. And then we have Rex Murphy, the reporter. Now each one has their own little weakness. For my character, we are hunted by the mob, so when we have to roll for resources, when we roll a die to gain a resources, if the score is below our current number of resources, we do not gain one, as if like the mob came and got it from us or something like that. The card game you are, yeah. But and then it tells us that we have to read this bit, and then we go to page 1. So I'm sorry about I still don't understand why this is flickering, but it's doing what it does. So I apologize. But let's get this started. And turn it down a little bit because that is loud. There we go. Turn it down a little bit more. Okay, there we go. So, let's do this then. So, Nathaniel! It has been some time since you turned your back on the boxing ring. After the O'Bannon gang pressed you into fixing fights for their own financial reward. That wasn't how you had envisioned your boxing career going, but if that was how it had to be, you wanted no part of it. And so, you quit, and now put your fists to good use protecting the innocent civilians of Arkham from the mob. Hey, Book Dust Media, how are you doing? So, everyone, just very quickly, Book Dust Media, they've literally just joined the BookTube community. They released a video yesterday. I watched it. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a lovely video. So, definitely just give them a good hello and have a look at their channel and their video. How are you doing? How's life? How's things? Tonight you intend to patrol the streets as usual. There is something brewing. You can feel it in the air, like the change in pressure before a storm. But before setting out on patrol, you stop at Velma's Diner to fortify yourself with a coffee and a slice of cherry pie, in readiness for whatever might lie ahead. I will send you a link. Hey, it's all good. I loved watching your video. It was really good. I'm trying not to knock the mic. That's my issue right now. I'm just going to put this over here. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. Let me know if there's any issues with the mic. So we're going to start this book now. Let's do this. I don't know how to do the rolling and stuff. I'm sure we'll figure this out as we go along and fail and die, as we normally do. Velma's Diner is a popular hangout in the town of Arkham. It provides precisely what is clientele experts of a diner. What is clientele experts of a diner? Oh, expects! This isn't going to go well. Hot coffee, hearty home-cooked food, and a place, oh my god, to rest out of the wind and rain. But it's not the kind of place you can stay forever. Through the windows, in the world beyond the diner, you can see the sun creeping towards the fair-lined hills to the west of Arkham. It's time for you to leave. Thanks, Ven. I appreciate that. You begin gathering your things when a raised voice takes hold of your attention, and your eyes lock on one of the booths where two older people are sitting. One is a grey-bearded man, while the other is a thin, spiky woman, with silvery hair cut into a severe bob. Their clothes are not only befitting of their advancing years, but also suggests that they are of an academic persuasion. Oh, thanks, Van. You know the type well. There are plenty to be found in Arkham. As if aware that their heated exchange has drawn your gaze, the woman gives you a caustic stare before lowering her voice and resuming her intent discussion with the man. You may not be able to hear what she is saying, but from her body language, the way she leans forward, her shoulders hunched, one index finger stabbing at the air, it is clear that she is unhappy about something. The man, on the other hand, has assumed on an aloof attitude towards the exchange and seems to say barely anything in response to the woman's tirade. Between them are two empty mugs and a plate smeared with grease. The uncleared crockery is attracting flies that always seem to manage to sneak into the diner through the open doors and windows. However, their presence seems unusual at this time of year. One scuttles about the table, no doubt dining on the scattered sugar crystals that dust the... Oh my god, what is with these words? Melamine surface. This is going to be terrible. As you watch, you become hypnotized by his unpredictable gistering dance and are startled when the woman slams her hand down on top of it in a moment of impassioned anger. As the man mutters something back at her, she pulls her hand back and, in the blink of an eye, puts her fingers to her lips as if passing something to her mouth. The action happens so quickly you wonder if it was all in your imagination. When you glance back at the table, the fly is gone. You feel a strange twist in your stomach. You've been exposed to unexplainable strange behaviour before, and it never ends well. No matter how peculiar the town of Arkham is, it is still your home, and you feel compelled to protect it no matter what. Did you really witness the old woman eat a fly? Thanks, Fen. Your ruminations on what you did or did not see are the matter of a fleeting second as the woman abruptly stands. Clearly, whatever the old man said has drawn things to a conclusion. She storms out of the diner. Mere moments later, having disposed a crumpled dollar bill on the table, the man follows, but you do not get the impression that the woman will have waited for him. It's only after the couple have left and the diner door has swung shut behind the man that you notice a notebook lying on the floor next to the booth where the pair was sitting. It is nothing like the notepads used by those who wait tables at the diner to take customers' orders, so you can only assume one of the academics must have dropped it. Without drawing attention to yourself, you approach the table and crouch down, pick up Dr. Blaine's notebook. Looking through it, you see that the pages are filled with handwritten notes in a language you don't understand. Okay. So it says, if you want to take a moment to study the jotter more carefully, turn to 45. If you want to leave the diner in pursuit of the academics and return the notebook to its rightful owner, turn to 75. So, what are we wanting to do? Are we wanting to have a look through the journal? Or are we going to just run and try and give it to the right person? I'm also going to put down that we have Dr. Blaine's notebook in our items very quickly. Have a look at the journal. We can absolutely do that. Hopefully we don't have to use any of our stuff yet, because I don't know what I'm doing. Turn to 45. Let's go. The jotter is filled with, oh my god, esoteric scribblings executed in a careful hand. But all is unintelligible as they are beautifully written. Some pages are covered in picture script, but like nothing you have ever seen before. While others bear line after line of what look like mirror writing, but which, when reversed, still make no sense. Oh, thanks, Ven. I appreciate that. You have a good time, okay? And then there are the drawings. One appears to be that of a curious vessel shaped like a giant casida, and covered in more of the curious pictograms. Others appear to be oh my god. Why am I struggling so much with this? Oh no, I'm glad Greg isn't here to experience me butchering English. Others appear to be anatomical illustrations, but are things composed of malformed claws, distended jaws, and too many eyes. Just looking at the crude image makes you feel uneasy, as if one of those hideous things is reaching out to lay a claw on you even now. You tell yourself you are being silly, but glance over your shoulder anyway, just in case. -1 sanity, plus 1 clue. So we've got 1 clue, and we're now at 5 sanity. This is going great. You dread to think what secrets the notebook contains, but you still feel an overwhelming urge to find out more, if only because of the strange behavior exhibited by the arguing academics. And you will remain ignorant of the truth unless you can find someone to help you decode the symbols within. When you think of arcane symbols, there is one place that springs to mind immediately. If you want to take Dr. Blaine's notebook to ye old magic shop in Uptown, turn to 171. If you want to chase after the academics in order to return the notebook to its rightful owner, turn to 75. I mean, same. English too. And you know what? English is hard sometimes. It's so easy to butcher them. Like, what the hell? You want us to go after the people? Let's do it. Number 75. Ooh. Having already packed away your personal possessions, you exit the diner. It is late afternoon and there is an unseasonal chill in the air. Looking left and right along the street, you catch sight of the two academics walking away from each other in opposite directions. Open the notebook again in the hope that it may provide you with inspiration regarding who to follow. You see something written inside the front cover in the top right-hand corner of the first page. Property of Dr. Blaine, Zoology Department, School of Life Sciences even, Miskatonic University. English is very hard, seriously. So we can follow the older gentleman, or we can catch up to the elderly woman. I think we should go after the gentleman, because it's mainly, seems to be his book. I'm going to drink from my childish cup now, because I can. Refreshing. But, my question is for you all now, apart from if you want to go after older gentleman or the elderly woman. But, what is everyone's plans for tonight? I mean, it seems to be the gentleman, so we can bring it to him. So, 197. Hey, it's all good. We're going to follow the man instead of following the woman, because it seems to be the man's book anyway, because Dr. Blaine. I don't know why, because that could... Blaine is a male name, right? Heading left along the street, you hurry after the old man, waving the notebook in the air as you call out to him. However, he appears deep in thought and is walking quickly, for he disappears around the corner of a grocery store at the end of the street without hearing you. You keep on to the... Oh wow, English. Keep on to the end of the street where it joins a busier thoroughfare. Cars, trucks, and buses pass you in a constant stream of traffic, but there is no sign of the old man. Could he have disappeared into one of the many buildings that line the street? Perhaps he boarded a bus. No matter what the truth may be, you are unlikely to relocate him wandering up and down Peabody Avenue. You have a much better idea anyway. You glance at the inscription inside the front cover once more, determined to make your way to Miskatonic University, where either you can leave the notebook there for its owner to collect, or perhaps even bump into the mysterious Dr. Blaine yourself. Turn to 227. I think this is going well so far. I think we're going to die pretty soon, though. What do you think? Ugh, this is a long read. By the time you arrive at Miskatonic University, dusk is falling, and the chill in the air leaches the warmth from your bones. You make your way along paved paths that crisscross carefully tended lawns between the grey stone academic buildings, following signs until you reach the part of the campus where the School of Life Sciences is located. From there, you make your way through dimly lit corridors, redolent with the smell of decaying wood pulp and tobacco smoke, until you find yourself in a corridor at the top of the building. Standing before a walnut-panelled door, secured to the door, is a brass name plaque. Dr. D. Blaine, Department of Zoology. Lying on the carpeted floor of the corridor is a handkerchief. Okay, we have a handkerchief now. You never know, they might be useful at some point. Oh my god, I can't write at this angle. Handkerchief! Bending down, you pick it up and see that it bears the embroidered monogram DB. Add the handkerchief to your character sheet, if you wish. You knock on the door, which creaks open at your touch. Even though no one welcomes you or beckons you to enter, you step into the zoologist's study. If Dr. Blaine isn't there, you can leave the notebook for him. A large mahogany desk. I love the word mahogany because I always think of the Hunger Games. That is mahogany! A large mahogany desk dominates the room, which is also crammed with bookcases and glass-fronted cabinets that make the space appear more cramped than it really is. Sat at a chair behind the desk and facing the door, you recognize the grey-haired old man you saw arguing earlier with the spiky woman. Except that he isn't sitting. Rather, he is sprawled in his seat, with his head... That makes no sense. So he's sprawled in his seat, with his head is thrown back so that he is staring at the ceiling. Dr. Blaine, you say, your voice sounding strangely loud as it cuts through the musty ticking clock stillness of the room. The banging of a window draws your attention from the motionless body to the open aperture opposite you, beyond the desk. Your mind racing, you start to come up with all sorts of questions and possible explanations regarding the scene in front of you. Is Dr. Blaine dead? Did someone attack him and then make their escape through the window? You certainly didn't pass anyone on the way to his office, which lies at the end of a long corridor, and if someone did attack him, why? Were they looking for something, and if so, did they find it? You only have a moment to decide what you want to do. So we can either check to see if the old man is still alive, B, run to the open window, or C, study for clues. Clues even. Ooh. No, can we not do all of them? I would like to do all of them. Clues are always fun to look for, so we're just going to leave him in the chair. We're not going to check if he's alive. We're going to look for clues. Got it. Turn to 33. Okay. The study is a oh my god. I don't know why I'm struggling. The study is a mishmash of all manner of academic clutter, many piles of books and bundles of paper. But noticeably, there are some models of curious-looking animals, what looks like the skull of one of the big cats in a dusty glass case, and the plastic cast of a footprint. Whether it is that of a great ape, a bear, or something else, you cannot tell. It's all good. Your attention is next drawn to an arrangement of framed photographs on the wall to your left. Among them is an academic certificate in an ornate giltwood frame declaring that Devlin Blaine has a doctorate of philosophy in zoology. Looking more closely at the photographs, you see that they all have one thing in common. They all feature the bearded gentleman currently spread-eagled in his chair behind the desk. He is receiving an award at a smart diner in one of them, standing with other members of the faculty in some, and visiting the Canadian Rockies in another. There is no doubt in your mind now that the lifeless... Okay, so it's clearly lifeless. That the lifeless figure is indeed Dr. Blaine. Take one clue. Okay, we've got 2 clues. This is good. I'm just going to do it as a tally. We've got 2 clues. This is going well. On the same wall as the photographs is a large pinboard adorned with all manner of newspaper clippings. Star charts and hand-drawn sketches are noted with incomprehensible symbols. A large bookcase covers the entirety of the wall opposite the pinboard. Trying to ignore the disturbing presence of the apparently dead Dr. Blaine, where do you want to look first in the search for more information? So we can either A, the pinboard, B, the large bookcase, or C, the desk. Going so well. What can go wrong with our sanity already down by a point? Ugh. Let's see. We could roll a dice for it, though. I mean, they all sound good. I don't know if I want to go to the desk or the pinboard. Do you want to search the desk? Let's search the desk. 63. You feel uncomfortable rummaging through the objects on Dr. Blaine's desk when his body is still limp in the chair beside you, but you need answers. But rather than answers, all you uncover are more questions. In one drawer, you find a lighter. I'm going to have to write these down. There's quite a lot here. So we find a lighter. We have a loaded pistol. That's always good. And another half-empty bottle of whiskey. If you want to take any of these items, record them. I'm going to take the half bottle of whiskey as well. You never know. We might meet an alcoholic. If you want to take any of these items, record them on the character sheet and take +1 resources. Very nice. As you look up from the desk, you believe you glimpse movement outside the window, even though you are on the 3rd floor. No, we're not dead yet, but someone else is. Where do you want to look next in your quest for answers? So we can either check the pinboard, the large bookcase, through the open window, or somewhere other than Dr. Blaine's study. But I think we should look around more, to be honest. I think there's still a bit we can have a look at around the office. I thought you were going to see a movie. It's going better so far. Bookcase, we'll go to the bookcase. Turn to 175. Nearly there. The bookcase is a veritable treasure trove of esoteric literature. There is one ancient tome concerning alliances and, oh my god, and enmities among the outer gods. Another called The Gospel According to Arkat, and a third which is a guide to translating ancient languages. If you want to take the language guide, take the ancient language ability. Oh, hell yeah, let's do it. We're a smart boxer. We're doing good. I think looking around's doing as well. So we've got ancient languages abilities. Turn to 215. We're smart now. You are abruptly aware of pounding footsteps coming down the corridor towards the study, and the next instant 4 police officers burst into the room, followed by a jittery-looking member of the science building's secretarial staff. God. Hands in the air! The burly sergeant leading the cops shouts, and you do as he says. His eyes flick between you and the body in the chair. An appalled horror creeps across his face with what feels like agonizing slowness. Turn to 262. I mean, we didn't do it. 262. Before you know it, the gruff surgeon is informing you of your supposed crimes, while his rookie colleague goes to handcuff you. You are the chief suspect in what has suddenly become the homicide of Dr. Blaine of Miskatonic University's Life Sciences Department. So, we can either... Here we go. We can either go quietly with the police, or we can resist arrest. We have an option to resist arrest. It's going so well. What do you all think we should do? Resist! Jenny's gonna get us killed. Okay, if you're gonna resist, turn to 299. Oh god. You pull away from the young cop and make a break for it, hoping to flee from the police officers before they know what's going on. But this isn't the first time officers of the Arkham Police Department have had to deal with an absconding suspect. Words. The sergeant sticks out a foot, tripping you and sending you sprawling on the gravel. Lose 1 health, so we're at 8 now. Because of the painful grazes you suffer to your hands and knees. You're feeling murderous. Thanks, Jenny. Appreciate that. Before you can pick yourself up, the cops drag you roughly to your feet, cuff your hands behind your back, and bundle you into one of the police cars, which then carries you across town to the police station in East Town. Take the weakness, criminal. We already have criminal, so we're good. Turn to 59. This is going well. Jenny's feeling murderous. Love it. Don't be working too long though. It's 7. You should not be working at this time now, please, and thank you. On reaching the police station, you are rough-handed until you are standing in front of the custody sergeant, ready to proceed and charge. Ready to be processed and charged, even. Jesus. Before finally being locked up. Unfortunately, no one seems interested in hearing your side of the story, and your claims of innocence from simply being in the wrong place at the wrong time go unheeded. Oh no. If you have a pistol, turn to 39. We picked up the pistol. I wanted a loaded pistol. No. This is going to go so wrong. This is going to be my fault. No. You are searched before being taken to the cells. While the policemen who search you do not necessarily appreciate the value of everything in your possession, they understand the threat posed by a loaded firearm all too well and take it from you. Strike the pistol from your character sheet. No! No! No, why is this a thing? And -1 resource. Why? We just got that. We need resources. Oh. I've been off ill and I'm finishing for work tomorrow for leave. I need to catch up for my catch-up day tomorrow. I mean, fair. Whatever. Whatever. Turn to 19. I needed that for my protection. Your fingerprints are taken. Record your inky fingers on your character sheet. Where am I putting that? Where am I putting inky fingers? I'll just put it at the side here. I don't know. I'm going to put inky fingers here. Where would I put it? Oh, I don't know. I'll put it in here at the side. Inky fingers. Yay. And you soon find yourself locked in a holding cell in the depths of the East Town police station with all the other ne'er-do-wells who have been arrested this evening. A man with a ragged beard buried in a heavy overcoat snores in one corner, while an elderly woman dressed in a long patched dress and a shawl sits on the bench, staring vacantly into the middle distance. From one comes an aroma of alcohol, and worse, while the other projects an aura of faded splendor. Her shawls, clothes, jewellery, and even her face giving the impression that they were all gorgeous before it. I don't know how to pronounce this word, I'm just going to go past it. And a life of hardship ravaged her beauty. You resign yourself to a long wait before being able to speak with anyone who might be able to help you with your current predicament, and take a seat on the bench beside the woman. Rather unsettlingly, she is muttering to herself. He doesn't trust that Professor Nidus, you know. She looks at you then. Her of the Life Sciences department doesn't trust her one bit. And he's not too keen on that Dr. Wow either. He's an astrophysicist, she says, breaking the word down into its component parts. He works at the Warren Observatory, but hardly ever leaves his office. Who doesn't, you ask, unable to help yourself? Trust them, I mean. Dr. Blaine, of course, the old woman says with a chuckle, giving you a nudge with her elbow. How does she know so much about Dr. Blaine and his associates? She suddenly grabs your hand in hers, and her demeanour changes. She fixes you with a penetrating stare. I see darkness in your future. You gasp at this rather unexpected turn of events. Her behaviour both perturbs you and intrigues you. So we can either pull our hand away, or leave them where they are and see what happens next. Ooh. Listen, my way with words is terrible. I want to see what else she says. I want to see what happens next, to be honest. So I'm going to turn to 159. Just wherever that is. A bit further up. You find yourself transfixed by the woman's gaze. There is something there moving in the pinpricks of darkness that are her pupils. And then she speaks. When the moon in darkness dies, then a new god shall arise. One from 3 shall claim the prize. One called from the burning pit. One that seeks the veil to split. And last the child, its egg forfeit. The lilting chant sounds like a prophecy more than anything else. Take another clue! We got 3 clues. And the secret cracked. Oh, we get a secret. I didn't. Well, secrets? What? I spelled secret wrong, but I'm gonna put it here. Cracked. The look in her eyes and the subtle power behind her words unnerve you. Make a fear test. Roll 1 die and add your willpower. You may spend 1 resources to roll 2 die and pick the highest. If you have the weakness hunted, deduct 1. I don't have the weakness Oh, I do have the weakness hunted. We deduct 1. Okay. And we add in our willpower. Okay. Nope, that's not how that works. No, that's 5, 4. 8 or less. Turn to 199. Uh-oh. That's me and my bad rolling skills. I have the dice curse, you know. It is no good. The old woman's stare is too intense, and what she is sharing with you too terrifying to bear. You pull your hands free of her grip at last. As you do so, her shoulders sag and her hand drops into her lap. She looks utterly exhausted. She does not utter another word, but she does not need to. The truth she has revealed to you, you know they are truths, are enough to shake you to your core. Lose 1 sanity. For God's sake, we're at 4 sanity now. This is going well. Going well. Turn to 219. Oh, man. Oh, man. Ugh. You have been in the holding cell for an hour when a police officer appears before the bars and calls your name. Looks like you have a guardian angel, he says, unlocking the cell door, seeing the quizzical look on your face. He adds, someone has bailed you out. Who? You ask. I'm not at liberty to say, but if I were you, I wouldn't waste time worrying about who got me out of jail. I'd skedaddle as fast as I could. That sounds like good advice, and before you know it, you are wandering the streets of East Town as the street lamps come on, wondering what to do now. Oh my god, it feels like there are powers at work behind the scenes, moving their pawns into position, as if they are preparing for war, the fulfillment of some prophecy, and Dr. Blaine's notebook is what got you caught up in this mystery in the first place. Perhaps there is something in there that could help you now, or perhaps there is some message you have received that could grant you much needed insight. If there is, you will have 4 numbers associated with the piece of information. Add them together and turn to the section that has the same number as the total. What? What? If there is, you will have 4 numbers associated with this piece of information. Add them together, turn them... I don't have anything that could help. So, if you don't know anything that could help you, turn to 259. Wait, the prophecy, what was it? It was something to do with... Bugger, I should have written that down. Don't remember where that... Well, it's too late now. That's my own fault. I'm pretty sure the prophecy had, like, numbers in it. Oh, poo-poo. Turn to 259. Oh, I'm so dim. Thought I would have written that down. Your investigation appears to have hit a dead end. With no idea what to do next, you have no choice but to go home. But as you walk the dark streets of Arkham alone, you cannot shake the feeling of impending doom that has settled over you. Take the secret, dead end. The end. Okay. So we've died. It took us 40 minutes to fail. Oh my god. Oh no, let's try and find where the old woman is. Okay, I think it was around the... 119 it was? I'm gonna find this. I swear I am. Nope. Nope. Where is it? I think it was pretty early on, wasn't it? This isn't going well. Yeah, it wasn't my fault this time either. I mean, normally it is. Oh, as if. This is why we have save points. Uh-oh. Come on. Why Is this a thing? Right, okay, let's have a look. Wait, okay, I've just had to backtrack a little bit just to see where we are. 159, 159, 159. So I was close to it. Okay, 1 second. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. I have a notepad here for a reason. And pens apparently just strewn about. Okay. So write this with me. No, if you have a protagonist in a Lovecraft story, your life and death struggle with the English language will stop you from ever going mad, and the nameless horrors may well be sent mad by you. I mean, I'm there for it. So she says, when the moon in darkness dies... I'm going to have to write this down. When the moon in darkness... Oh my god. A new god shall arise. One from three shall claim the prize. I knew it had to do with this. Knew it. I'm so stupid. One called the Burning Pit. One that seeks the veil to split. There we go. There's the 4 numbers. I knew it was there. How you doing, Aaron? How's life? How's things? So I'm just writing this down. I promise. The last the child is egg forfeit. Okay, so the numbers are 1, 3, 1, 1. Okay, we rolled less than that, so it was 199 we went to, and we lost a sanity for that. That's already there on the page. Oh my god. Okay, wait, 199. 219. There we go. Okay, so it says... you have 4 numbers associated with this piece of information. Add them together and turn to this section. So, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to section 6. There we go. See? I'm not completely hopeless. You consider the words of the prophecy once more. You're not certain what "when the moon in darkness dies" means, but it sounds... Oh no, it's a word I can't pronounce. Omnious. You've not been doing much? That's okay. Sometimes that's fine, my friend. That's absolutely fine. And then a new god shall arise sounds even worse. Combined with 1 from 3 shall claim the prize makes you wonder if there are 3 factions working to bring the prophecy about. And what that could mean for Arkham. Take the secret, hidden 4. Oh my god, okay. Could Dr. Blaine have been involved with one of those factions? And if he was, does that mean this Professor Nidus is as well? Perhaps that was what they were arguing about, but he also had his doubts about Dr. Wog. Dr. Wog, I don't know. The astrophysicist. What part does he have to play in all of this? Considering Dr. Blaine is out of the picture, if you were going to get to the bottom of what actually happened to him, you were going to need to investigate his rivals, Professor Nidus and Dr. Wog. But which of them do you want to look into first? So that's the question. Do we want to have a look into Professor Nidus first? Or Nidus, whatever his name is? Or Dr. Wog? I think Nidus might be that old woman who ate a fly at the beginning. Maybe. You know? The joys of it all. Pens have rolled out. Oof. The joys of it all. Am I right? Can't believe I failed that so fast. Ugh. What do we think? Oh, my voice is going so slowly. I don't know how much longer I can do this for with my voice going. Been going for a couple of days. I thought I was over it. Let's see. So we can either go look into Professor Needus. I think we should. You know what? Let's go to the astrophysicist, Dr. Wag, turn to 155. I'm gonna have the save point of 6 as well, because we like to do that every now and then. So we turn into 155. What's everyone's plans for the night, by the way? For tonight, even. Astrophysics comes under the remit of the Department of Physics, but is effectively its own department, with the offices of the facility being found in the Warren Observatory. That's the word I'm trying to say. Miskatonic University may be an ancient institution of long standing, and much of it might seem like it's trapped in the 19th century, but it's still a growing organization. The Gerald Warren Astronomical Observatory is its latest addition. The building stands atop Crane Hill and looks not unlike a squat Art Nouveau lighthouse, surmounted by a hemispherical dome. The observatory overlooks all of Arkham, but those who use its great telescope and other measuring devices are not interested in enjoying the vista. Their attentions are focused on the heavens. There's a new cube. Tell us about this cube, you know. There are several lights on in the building, and upon entering, you are greeted by a receptionist sitting behind a solid mahogany counter. When she asks what business you have here, you ask her where you might find Dr. Wow. I believe he was scheduled to use the telescope this evening, the receptionist replies. But if he's not there, you'll probably find him in his office. Where do you want to start your search? Do we want to head to his office, or do we want to go to the observatory dome? We might be able to look through the telescope and be like, oh, hey, fancy to meet you here. Who knows what that accent is? Be what it may. The joys of it all. Ugh. Observatory. Turn to 97. Oop, went too far back. It would seem most sensible to you to look for Dr. Wow in the dome, especially if he was booked in to use the telescope this evening. I mean, yes, absolutely, Jenny. Making your way through the observatory, you soon find yourself standing inside the observatory proper. A grand wrought iron staircase leads up to the platform on which stands the impressive telescope. There is a distant chill in the air because the dome is partially open so the night sky can be viewed through the telescope. A clattering sound sends you climbing the staircase to the telescope platform. There is no one there. There is a workstation next to this telescope, a desk strewn with charts, pieces of paper covered in scribbled notes, and slim pamphlets, and you can't shake the feeling that someone has been here recently. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to make a thorough search of the area to see what you might be able to find, turn to 23. If you want to look through the viewfinder of the telescope while you are here, turn to 76. So, are we going to search through everything, or are we just going to look through the telescope? I know what I'm saying, you know. Don't you hate me? Listen, I'm a delicate human being and a lovely person. Don't hate. That's all I'm gonna say. I was raised. Let's see. I think we should. I kind of want to look through the telescope, I'm not gonna lie. I want to pretend I'm smart. I'm going to 76. It's a 7 to 6. Unable to Unable to overcome your natural curiosity, you lean forward and put your eye to the eyepiece. You do not touch any of the sensitive node calibration controls, but wait for a moment. At first you think your eye has not yet adjusted to the focus, as you can see nothing through the viewfinder, but blinking and waiting doesn't make any difference. You look up to check that the dome is open and that the telescope is indeed pointing at the night sky. Only then do you peer into the viewfinder again, but still, you can see nothing. There are no clouds obscuring this patch of sky at present, and you would expect to see a smattering of stars, if not the planets, or even a shooting star. The total absence of anything makes you uneasy. Make a self-control test. Roll 1 die and add your willpower. Oh no. Let's hope we roll well. I need to get 8 or more. There's the dice curse. 7 or less turn to 57. This is going so well. For God's sake. You know that space is a void, and that most of what lies between the various stars, planets, galaxies, and nebula is vast, unimaginable tracts of nothingness. This total absence of anything attests to something more than that. It is as if you have been given a glimpse of what is to come, a cruel vision of the end of the universe, of what will remain after the last star has been snuffed out. You feel as if what you are witnessing is the inevitability of decay. The ultimate endpoint of entropy. No matter how you choose to spend your mayfly life, no matter how you hope to achieve or what forces you choose to oppose, in the end it will make no difference whatsoever. The death of the cosmos is inescapable. You feel consumed by an aching hollowness, as if the death of the universe has already begun. Deep within your core, and that knowledge creates its own aching void inside your head. Lose 1 sanity. We're going crazy very fast. We have 3 sanity now. Hey, my favourite word. Turn to 170. Do you think so? Is that your favourite word? Oh no, I've got hiccups. Not good. Oh no. Oh, right. Okay. That's alright then. You don't know what it is that alerts you to the arrival of the ethereal visitors. Perhaps it is a subtle change in air temperature, or the caress of an unexpected breeze on your skin. Or maybe it is something altogether more esoteric and unknowable than that. Nonetheless, whatever the reason, you look up and see something slip into the observatory through the open portion of the dome. You struggle to make out a definitive form. The impression you get is of a tendril of mist or smoke, but independent of any obvious cloud or flame. As you are already looking in that direction, you catch sight of the second one more easily as it follows its partner into the observatory. This time you get the impression of winged-like appendages and a ridge of smoky spines running the length of what you might consider to be its back. Your mind is at once telling you that you are looking at is impossible and yet, at the same time, very real. And it is your own pervading sense of panic, or are these ethereal entities really projecting an aura of malign intent? What do you want to do? So we can either flee, stand our ground, or try something else. Oh, this is bad. We're gonna die again, I think. It isn't good. If I think I know what they are, it's bad. I mean, bad than most, because I think these are the ones that put your brain in a jar. I can't remember what they're called. Run for the hills! Stand your ground! Okay, we've got 1 for the stand your ground, 1 for run for the hills. So it's a 50-50 chance. So we're gonna roll 1 to 3. we flee. 4 to 6, we stand our ground, okay? We're standing our ground. Great. Turn to 64. Oh no. Oh no, we've already died once. Well, failed once. You remain frozen where you are as the wraith-like creatures swoop towards you. You can see them more clearly now. The impression of gaping beaks, mist-trailing tails, and smoky talons. Their intention is clear. It is as if they are... Oh my god. It is as if they consider that you have trespassed here, and they cannot let such hubris go unpunished. You have no choice but to prepare for battle. But how can you battle something that appears to be little more than sentient smoke? You may spend 1 resource at the start of each round to add 2 to your total round, which I can't do. Round 1. Roll 2 dice and add your combat and your willpower. If you have secret rights ability, I don't. Okay. And my combat is 5. But I may also add a +3 for a hidden weapon thing that I got. But I don't know. Okay. I have really bad dice curse. And then +3, so that's 12. Is that enough? If it does 50 more, you win the first round. I don't. Round 2. Roll 2 dice, add your combat. Oh, add my combat and willpower. Wait, what was it originally? No, that would have been 15, wasn't it? 12, and then my willpower was 3. I know, I would have made it. I didn't add my willpower. Round 2. Okay. 6 for 5 for combat. 18. There you go. If you won the first round, add 2. If you total 16 or more, you win the second round. If you won the second round, turn to 113. Now, this is a really weird way to do combat. Not what I expected. But it's interesting on people's takes on it in these types of books. Unbelievably, in the face of your stalwart defense, the ethereal entities retreat, rising out of reach on their nebulous wings, their beak-like mouths opening in silent shrieks of fear and frustration. Decide it's time to leave Crane Hill yourself. Take +1 combat. So we've got 6 combat now. Woohoo! Turn to 140. And we didn't kill them, but they fled. That's something. Oh no. There's clearly more to this mystery than just a strange fate met by Dr. Blaine. But where do you want to go next in search of answers? If you know of a suitable location, ignoring the definite article, the place name will be made up of 2 words. For example, if you want to visit the City Hall, you would just use City and Hall. Turn the letters of the location into numbers using the code A=1, B=2, for example. Add the numbers together and then turn to the same section as the total. If the section makes no sense, you have either made a mistake in your calculations or that particular place cannot be visited. If there is nowhere else you know that you could try, repeat the process outlined above. If you end up at a dead end, turn to 3. Why would we want to... Where would we go? We had Dr... This is baffling me. It wants us to, do this. Why would I? Is there a map somewhere in this book? Nope, don't want to look at that. Secret checklist. Nope. Okay. So I know it's given City Hall as an example, but we could technically look at that because we do have Dr. Blaine's book, so we could technically have a look at that. Bless you. You worked way too late. We could try City Hall. Let's have a look, see. C is 3, I is 9. Oh my god. T is 20. And Y is 25. Hall is 8. 1. 12, 12. And we add them together and turn to the section. Okay. We need maths! Why? Okay. Plus 1 plus 12 plus 12. 90? That could work. This should be City Hall. Okay. Let's see if this actually works. If not, we have to go to number 3. No, that doesn't make sense. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh no. So I've gone to number 3, right? It appears that you have run into a dead end without any idea of where to go in search of further clues. The mystery of Dr. Blaine's fate will remain just that, a mystery. You do not know what is going on, or if any of what you have discovered signifies, but you feel an edge as if something terrible threatens Arkham. From this day on, you will go about your life with one eye always looking over your shoulder, because you know deep in your bones that a great darkness is gathering over Arkham, and none shall escape its power. Take the secret, Dark Omens. The end. I'm collecting all these secrets. What happens with them? I think that's a good place to end it. I failed so many times. I didn't know how to make notes about random things that I said, like, before. You know? So we're going to have to try this again at another day. Yeah, we failed again. We failed again. Good times. Always a good time. But yeah, we failed again, because I didn't have anywhere written down for where we could go either. And I know it mentioned somewhere in there that we could go to, like, as we've kind of, like, gone through it. But I didn't write them down because I didn't think we had to. I didn't know they were going to do that thing where you had to count what letter in the alphabet number it was, and then add them together to go to where you needed to go. Didn't really give, like... I don't know. It didn't really give me that much of a notice. I like the writing style. There's so many words I can't pronounce, though. The story's interesting, but I'm baffled because I keep failing because I don't know about things. But it doesn't mean it's a bad book. It just means we're going to have to try again another day. But there we go. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to put my camera back. And I think I'm going to chill for a little bit. I'm going to let Milo out, see how he's doing, because he's... You know when they castrate dogs, they leave... Like, they take his gonads, right? But they leave the skin there because it just slowly shrivels up. So he just has this hanging skin where it once was. Yeah. It's not pretty. Kind of gross. Anyway, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. I know we have a reading sprint tomorrow. So we have that. And then I'm not doing anything on Saturday because I'm going to be with Jenny. And then Sunday we're actually streaming a horror game on here. I don't really play games on here apart from like the game books. But it's just because it's Halloween and this game's caught my attention. I thought I might do that just for a one-off. And then we'll be back to get books and just game books. So, there we go. That's what the plans is so far. And I think we'll have some other plans sorted as well very, very soon. But I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you lurking. I appreciate you helping. I appreciate you just allowing me to mess up English as well. I appreciate that. So thank you very much. But I'm going to go let Milo out, see if he wants to drink any water, because he just can't with this cone on his head, his cone of shame. But yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you once again, you've all been awesome, and let me know what you thought. I have so many ways with words. I really tried, you know? Really, really tried. I like it. You had a laugh, I had a cry, because there's so many words I couldn't pronounce. Good times! Good times.